All right, so my first question for you today is you're the number four ranked women's pound for pound fighter in California. What can you attribute that to?
Well, it's taken me a lot to get to where I am today. I guess you could say like my amateur career wasn't that pretty. And I learned a lot from that. So it's pretty cool to see all the hard work finally paying off.
Mhm. Can you describe your fighting style more? Do you like the striking game or the ground game better?
Um, so I would say I like striking more, but as I've been, evolving, I feel like I'm I'm kind of liking the ground game a
Hmm.
little bit more recently, so maybe you'll see some of that in my next fight.
Hmm. What's your favorite submission?
Favorite submission, I would say it would probably have to be just the rear naked choke.
Yeah,
I like going for that.
yeah. What originally inspired you to become an MMA fighter?
Um, I think I think what inspired me was like my coach. My coach inspired me. He was the one who actually insisted that I get into, a first amateur fight, and he inspired me a lot. He saw a lot of potential in me,
Hmm.
and I actually thank him for, kind of pushing me forward.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
That's very nice. You train at one of the best gyms in California, Team Alpha Male. Can you describe your average day of training there?
My average day of training, so usually in the mornings is when I'm there, because I do live about 45, 50 minutes away from the gym. So I try to get as much as I can done in the mornings. Usually 8:30 from 9:30 is jujitsu drills. And then 9:30 to 11 is pro practice. So depending on the day, we have MMA or it's like wrestling, jiu-jitsu day.
Hmm.
Some days just Muay Thai, kickboxing. So it just depends on the day, but I can tell you that I always get really good solid drills and working with anyone who's there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How's it like having Uriah Faber coaching you?
It's really awesome because, he's an amazing fighter and he has lot of knowledge that he shares. He's really inspiring too. After each practice, he always gives us like a little speech
Hmm.
and anything that he shares that I always take it in, and it's really awesome. It's really awesome to be around
Hmm.
him and everyone else that's in that gym.
Hmm. What's the biggest challenge you face in your career and how have you overcome it?
Um, I would say the biggest challenge overcoming in my career would have to be losing my very first professional fight.
Hmm.
I feel like that took a big toll on me, because it's your first fight, your first pro fight, and what everyone wants to do is go out there and make a statement, you know, show the people that you're ready to be a professional and what skills you have. And I feel like I wasn't able to do that. I lost in the first round by a rear naked choke, and honestly, it that's one of the things that got me to where I am today because, we can't always win. We have to go through losses
Hmm.
to grow.
Hmm. Yeah, very well said. What are
Thank you.
your dreams and your like future outlooks for your career in the future?
Um, to be honest, I I like to look at shorter term goals
Hmm.
rather than long term goals. Um, right now I'm signed with Combate Global,
Yeah.
and I have a little bit of time left in my contract. But I think after that, I may or may not want to try to go for Dana White's Contender Series, or
Hmm.
I'm even thinking looking at one championship. I've heard that they're a really good promotion as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see where life takes me, but those
Hmm.
are the two pathways that I'm kind of looking at.
Hmm. How do you prepare for a fight mentally? Do you get any anxiety before a fight?
Um, I not that I get anxiety. I feel like recently I've been able to kind of calm my emotions and kind of shut everything down to kind of just stay in the zone and not be so nervous.
Hmm.
Because I don't know for everyone else, but I feel like I could speak for a lot of fighters. We all, we're always gonna get those butterflies before a fight. Me personally, I like to actually sometimes nap
Hmm.
or meditate and just listen to music before I actually get warmed up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just honestly just try to stay as calm as I can and focused.
Hmm. Can you describe your diet around fight time?
Diet Dieting sucks. Weight cutting sucks.
Hmm.
But usually I try to I mean I cut like 25 pounds to get to my weight division. So
Hmm.
I have to be on a strict diet.
Yeah.
Um right now I'm kind of like going off of what I think is best for me. So I'm not really technically working with a nutritionist or anything like that. In the mornings, I'll usually have like egg whites, with like avocado or
Hmm.
something super light before practice. I'll try to get as much protein shakes and chicken, rice. Just try to keep it casual, nothing crazy. Um, Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I eat a lot of chicken and rice and a lot of
Uh-huh.
protein shakes, stuff like that.
Yeah. How do you stay consistent and stay motivated through your career?
That's a hard one because motivation isn't always going to be there.
Hmm.
Um, I would say always like it's okay to take breaks, as in like maybe toning it down or like having like a reset day or like you know, something try to get something done. As for me, like I like to go on hikes and stuff to kind of clear my head.
Hmm.
um yeah, because you're not always going to be motivated, and sometimes that's like that happens to me a lot right before I go to training. I'm like, I don't really want to go to training right now.
Hmm.
Either I'm tired or like it's been a long
Yeah.
day. But you just got to show up. Honestly, you just have to show up and stay consistent.
Hmm. Yeah. It's a good way to get it done, good
uh,
mentality. How do you balance your training camp and your fight life with your personal life?
um it's it's hard right now, so I have a lot on my plate. I'm also doing school.
Hmm.
um but I guess just trying to get that done and trying to find the time to spend with like my family as well, trying to find that balance. I have a planner that I like to use,
Hmm.
and I set out what I'm going to do for every day, like
Very
what
nice.
time,
Yeah.
and I try to find that time for me to like either have to myself or like spend it with my family as
Hmm.
well.
Yeah. What advice would you give other women trying to pursue MMA?
I would say go for it because I was actually talking to someone this morning, and just as simple as like she was like, "Oh yeah, I want to do jujitsu class, but I'm kind of nervous." And then
Hmm.
I was kind of talking to her trying to get her to actually go because I mean, there's a lot of help. So I would say just show up, ask questions, um and be consistent
Hmm.
and believe in yourself.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you got to start somewhere. So just show up and keep showing up.
Hmm. A little bit of a deeper question, but why do you fight? Like everybody has that fire, that passion, but what originally gave you that passion? Like why do you want to fight? Why do you want to step in that ring?
I personally like to fight because I like challenges, and I think it's like a really great challenge for me to like always kind of look forward to. Um I don't know how to describe it.
Hmm.
um because it is a tough sport, and sometimes I do question myself, and I'm like, why am I doing this?
Hmm.
Um, because it's tough, and it's not a game. So I feel like you really either have to be all in
Hmm.
or you're not. And for me, I try to be all in.
Hmm.
But why do I fight? I guess I'm just a crazy person.
Crazy. That's a lot of
I
people's
have a big
answers.
passion for it though. I
Uh-huh.
do. I really do. I have a big passion for it, and it just like kind of like you said, a lot of people say it, but it
Yeah.
really does set that fire in us.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, for me it's challenging, and I like challenges too.
Hmm.
That's part of the reason why I do it. And for
Yeah.
myself, I want to grow as a fighter too.
Hmm. What does it mean for you to be fighting in Combate Global?
It means a lot. I mean, they're a really great promotion. They treat me so well, and the whole entire team is super awesome. So honestly, I love fighting for them. They're really awesome. So, and I'm hoping that they can get me a fight soon because I've been
Hmm.
waiting since November.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it means a lot to me. They're really great.
If you were to compare your fighting style to somebody in the UFC, who would you compare it to?
That's a good one. Um, I think I don't know. I would say, hmm, like I don't know because I feel like everyone has their kind of like their own style, but
Hmm.
uh, I don't know. What do you think?
Or any fighters that you like to like pull techniques from.
Any fight? Okay. I mean, I like I like looking at like Juliana Pena. Like I feel like I kind of almost have like her awkward, not awkward style, but like
Like
just
that
her like
dog.
movement, yeah, and her
Yeah.
footwork, like her forward pressure, just like always forward, forward, forward.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, her, yeah.
Who's your favorite UFC fighter?
Favorite UFC fighter? Hmm. I don't know that if I have one. Is that
Mhm.
bad?
No, it's not necessarily bad. What about a favorite fight? Any fight that's really like got you riled up, screaming at the TV?
Honestly, going back to Juliana Pena and Amanda Nunes, like
Hmm.
her last fight with Amanda Nunes, or actually no, because they've
The first,
already fought twice, right?
yeah.
Yeah. The first one,
Hmm.
the first time that oh no, I'm sorry.
Wait.
When Juliana Pena won,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, that was awesome to see because she was an underdog, and it's just
It's a good
fight like
story. Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
story. Yeah,
Yeah, I was actually in person for that fight. That was my first ever UFC
really,
event I've ever attended to. And everybody was just going insane. Like you would just look at the person sitting next to you and like their eyes were completely open. The whole
that's
arena was
great.
just screaming.
Yeah, I kind of experienced something like that. I guess you could say, because I went to go watch Canelo,
Mm.
and I forget who he fought, but it was a fight where Canelo lost,
Hmm.
and
Oh, it
then
was
same,
Dimitri Bivol.
yeah, same thing. Like everyone was like going crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, fight life. You never
Yeah.
know. It's crazy.
Was there anything in your childhood that like would make you think that you would become a fighter? Like how old were you until you realized that you would become a fighter?
Well, when I started training, I wasn't taking it that serious. I was 15.
Hmm.
I would say maybe like almost like almost 2 years into like when I first got introduced to MMA is when I was like, I think this is what I'm gonna do.
Hmm.
Like this is what I want to do. Is when I realized. So maybe I was like maybe almost 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do outside of fighting?
Favorite thing outside of fighting? I like to go hiking a lot.
Hiking. Hmm.
Yeah, I really like the nature. Even if I'm just outside, like near the river.
Hmm.
Um, and spending time with my family, friends. I like filming some YouTube videos here and there,
Hmm.
just like some vlogs and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for the interview. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was awesome.
It was really good. All right.
Yeah,
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, see you later. Bye.